Good morning, morons. And by morons, I mean myself. So good morning to me. We are in the hotel parking lot loading up right now. We actually got, I don't know, a little over 5 hours of sleep, which is 5 hours more than I've had the last 48 hours. So I take that as a big win. But we have got totally loaded up in the back of the truck here. The old battery, this is the one that we got tested, and it tested junk. We tested it like 6 times to make sure. This one's junk. All they had was this Duralast, which is not as good of a battery compared to this, but this is the second one of these excess powers that we've blown out. So I don't know if this thing was good from the start. It might have been bad from the start. I have no idea. We've had multiple of these fail. But this is what we're gonna go put in. And if it's not this, I'm not sure. Because I don't know if we want to chase wiring gremlins down, you know, in the parking lot. If we can even find it, I don't know. But we know the battery was bad, so we're gonna put a fresh one in and just see if it makes the problems go away. And the only person I can blame is myself for all this, because yesterday, I said, if something's going to break, let it be today on day 0, so we have time to fix it, as if everything is fixable. That's my bad, because I said that, and you know, God was listening. He listened to me. He gave me what I asked for, and I had the worst day of my life. But if the battery fixes it, at least we're still in it. So let's get there and see if we can make something happen. The sun is barely in the sky yet. It is about 6:45. We're at the track. We got till, I believe, the driver's meeting at 8 o'clock. Then we can't go back to the trailer for anything. We can't use our truck. We can't, no support vehicles. So if we can't make this work by 8, we might be done. Let's find out. All right, we got the new battery, and we kind of had to hog out these terminal ends to get on there, but battery is in. If this fixes the problem, we're good to go. If this doesn't fix the problem, I don't know where to begin, but let's just hope this is it. Also hope this battery has enough charge to even light her up. Might not even have enough juice in it. It came off the shelf in an AutoZone. It says 12 volts. I'm gonna click it and see what happens. Let's go. And we got 14 volts. 14.
I think we could probably tighten the alternator belt a little bit, but that squeak was only momentarily.
Yep.
Just watch the belt. Bounce a little bit.
We got 14 volts.
Stay up there. You can do it. Didn't fry that alternator. I mean, watch.
No.
Yeah, it's getting the peak though. It's charging the battery pretty good.
Yep. So that means that our $400 alternator is not bad, which is cool.
Not yet.
Well, not yet, at least. All right. Yes. Well, after all that screwing around on day 0, absolute nightmare scenarios, I think we're still in safe summer. And we haven't even started the competition yet. Oh. I'm gonna take a minute and go get some breakfast and hang out. That was a lot of stress, not a lot of sleep. But hey, baby, spirit of the game, man.
Nobody out Pizza's the Hut.
Okay, we're the Pizza Hut. I just need to include this segment in here. We're just getting some stuff loaded up and truck put away and grabbing some extra tools out of the trailer. I was gonna put this in here. That was the last, I'd say, I don't know, 16 hours have been complete hell. Everything happened on day 0, and I hope that days 1 through 5, nothing happens, and we can just go have fun, because everything I've done since we got here was the opposite of fun. I feel good that I finally slept a few hours though. So the way the rules are written, at 8 o'clock of day 1, they do a driver's meeting. Once the driver's meeting starts, you cannot go back to your trailer, can't use your truck, can't use any of your stuff, can't get any more tools out of your trailer. You're actually barred from entering the area entirely. We got everything parked, done, grabbed everything we need, everything fixed, and it's 7:50. We had 10 more minutes to get everything done. Not sure what you guys can see it in the video, but if you pan around and look, I mean, many people here. We did this last year. There was never this many spectators. Hopefully I fixed this camera angle today, but just gonna one and done it. Took a little fuel out because it was actually missing yesterday because it was so rich. There was way too much fuel. Took a little fuel out. Otherwise, gonna go up, same timing, same everything else. Just a little fuel because we think it's at 12 AFR, way too fat, but just hoping it all, after yesterday, if it stays together, we're hitting the road.
Good luck, buddy. Be safe.
We'll do our best. Can't guarantee safe. Can't guarantee luck either. I don't know what's about to happen.
Do I?
I can't guarantee safe or luck. I'm gonna go up there and see what happens.
Pretty much. Break a leg, but don't break the car.
I'm gonna try my best. Send it? Alright. Well, it's doing that squeaking shit again, but my dad said send it. So that's what we're doing. We're just sending it. Screw it. I don't know why it's doing the squeaking thing with the low voltage, but it's doing it. So we're just gonna go. See what happens. Yeah, I've only got 12 volts. Something's wrong, but we're gonna send it. Fuck it, I don't know. She went on a rip. I mean, that was hauling. That felt really nice. Really, really, really nice. Holy smokes. It's got low gas. The battery volts are actually coming back up right now. Oil pressure is good. Water temp is good. And there's no squeak in the alternator anymore. The squeak went away. So I don't know, we might be okay. It might just be killing the alternator when I park in the lanes and run the fans. It might be killing the battery voltage and really just draining it, because as I'm driving, it's coming back up. Thank you. I want to know what I went. What's the ET? I short shifted 1-2 really bad. What'd I go? Wow. Slow. Only 1113. At 1113 at 122. Really slow. But it didn't 60 foot at all. 160 to the 60. It's also really just super hot. So I didn't get a data log because we just decided to send it last second. And as what we did, we sent it. So here we are. 1113 at 122. Really slow to the 60. Really slow everywhere. I don't have a data log because I was debating if I was gonna do it anyway until my dad said send it, so I sent it. But it's acting weird. It's got low battery voltage again. I don't know. I have no idea why I would have any of these things going on right now, but they're happening. So got to look into it a little bit harder and figure out why this is occurring, because we should not have low battery voltage. It should be 14 no matter what. So we got to do some research here. Now, these terminals loosened up. We think that might have been the issue. Is that what you think?
Don't know. Everything is hot today. That's all I know.
Yeah, it's hot as hell out here. It's kind of terrible. So this is the fan wires, and I just started looking at my wires. I noticed when I turned the fan on, that's when the voltage got bad. Look at this. Power and ground for the fan, they melted together. And this is probably shorting, causing all of our issues. That's why I killed the battery and it's burning alternators up. These are melted together. I can't even pull them apart. Yeah, and they're shorting. Huh. How weird is that? Really hard to see on this camera, but you can see where they melted together. It actually penetrated the wire. That was absolutely sparking and arcing together. Sitting on the ground playing butt connector Billy here, just trying to clean this up. I mean, I've never seen something like that. It melted all the way through to the copper. That's genuinely crazy. But just gonna make some wires and throw it in and see if it runs any better. All right, I got fresh wires made, put in there, butt connected the hell out of it, but no more melted wires. I'm going to separate these, if this works, with a loom so the power and ground aren't near each other anymore, but I'm gonna hop in and just fire it up as it sits and see if it behaves differently. So reminder, it was only really getting rid of the voltage and not charging well when the fans were on. So I'm hoping to see some better success with the fans running here, and hopefully they can get charged up a little bit better. So you can see it's climbing with the fan off. Fans aren't on and it's starting to get up to where I want it to be. Slowly, but it's charging, right? Fans on, takes a hit. It should hopefully recover and still be able to start climbing. And it doesn't seem to be doing that. So I don't know what to make of any of this. At this point, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know why it doesn't want to hit. It should say 14 volts. We're gonna have to debate if we even try to continue on, or if this is enough for us to get frustrated and take it home and tear the whole thing apart and figure out why it's not charging right. Just to show you what we're dealing with here. This is fans on. This is fans off. 13.5 to 14, where it's supposed to be. Then we turn the fans on, right down to 12. It should be able to recover and handle the load. Something's really wrong. So I figured out why it went so slow on the last pass. It was low on boost. Because there's a hole in the intake manifold. This shot out probably during the burn. There's supposed to be a plug in here to plug this hole up. Otherwise, it's just literally an open hole in the charge tube, which will just let the boost escape. I shot this out. We didn't even notice this until now. So, yeah, it's going to run slow because there's no boost. It is literally shooting all the boost out of this freaking hole. How the hell did we not catch that sooner? We just noticed this. Well, as you can see, it's about 5:30 and we're still here, and there's nobody else here. We're the last ones here. Except Steve Morris. At least he's having a good time. That's cool. Steve and his daughter are still here. But otherwise, it's literally just us. We're the only two people still on the property. That's because we have been discussing what we wanted to do, analyzing everything. I actually spent the last about 3.5 hours taking the entire charging system apart, all the battery wires, all my ground wires, checking all my wires. That's why I found those melted wires together. Changed those, it didn't do anything. Changed my circuit, or the fuse that goes from alternator back to the battery. We made sure that the switch didn't have any shorting in the resistance, meaning the cutoff switch in the back. I even changed the power sources for the fans because it seems like the fans are the issue. It's good until the fans are on, then it gets super loaded. So I kind of changed how the fans were wired, changed the fan ground. I changed, tried everything besides pretty much just pulling the fans out and putting new fans in, simply because we don't have fans. Otherwise I would. And you know, we talked about it for a while. We don't know what the issue is, and it's a pretty prominent issue. Is the car technically drivable? Sure, but it'd be pretty stupid for us to continue on forward at this point in time. We're chasing a problem that we have no idea what it is or why it's happening, even though we've changed everything that could possibly cause it. What we really should do is take the car home, tear it apart, get down, deep into the wiring or whatever's causing this, the alternator, get the alternator tested, batteries, try to do battery alternator again, and really make sure we know what's going on here to get it fixed. And I think that's the right thing to do, is we should take it home, take it apart, and really figure out what's going on here. But instead, we flipped it over into street trim, put the Pizza Hut sign on top, and we're going to see if we can make it to the next track. Hey, look, if there's a 2% chance this thing makes it, I like those odds. Worst case scenario, we won't. The drive is only 110 miles. We'll get like an Uber from wherever we are to here, get the trailer, go pick the car up, load it up, and take it home. Whatever. It might have low voltage. And honestly, it might run out of voltage. It might shut off. I don't really care. And it's ready to go. We're just going to go. I'll check in with you guys periodically on the road and let you know what's going on. As of right now, I have no idea what's going to happen. But I'm also not afraid of it. We're all the way out here. Let's just go see if it works. So in an absolute shock to nobody, we're about 10 miles away and we're already pulled over. But the issues we're having suddenly became intermittent and not constant. So we were driving and it was like 12 volts, 12 volts, 12 volts. I'm like, yeah, we're not going to make it. Then I don't know where, I kind of felt a little weird surge, 14 volts, 13.8 volts. And I was like, okay, so it can work. And then over here, a little this like light squeak. Then it goes 13.2, 13.1, 13. I'm like, oh my God. I think this belt is just slipping when it's hot because it's not tight enough, because it's rubber, it's malleable. So, and then we went and checked it out, and sure enough, the thing was pretty loose. So we might have just chased a bunch of issues around for 3 or 4 hours, and we just had a loose alternator belt. Hopefully. I think so. Well, we pulled over and we got it, much, much tighter than it was before. It was actually, let's see if we can make it 15 more miles and keep going. Well, now it stopped charging completely, and now we put it too tight, and there is rubber everywhere. It totally 100% shredded the alternator belt. It's gone. It's junk. Oh, okay. Now we need a belt. Made a total mess out of the car. That belt is cooked, totally toast. Well, we got the new belt on, just had to get tension on it and throw the supercharger belt back on and see if things want to function. We are, just watching the sunset, I guess. Pretty view, but terrible place for a car to be maintenance done. So we have no idea why it's happening, but new belt, new alternator, new everything. For whatever reason, it just has this awful squeaking noise and like it's slipping. But this thing is like, it's tight, man. I don't know. I have no idea why it's doing this, but it's literally just destroying every belt, and it's not charging at all. And if we don't have power, we can't drive. So I don't really know what the play is here. So I'm still here on the side of the road. We've been here for about 30 minutes. Put a new belt on, change the tension from loose to tight to somewhere in between, and I think what it's doing, and this is just a guess, is it's actually, if you look at the crank pulley, do you see how it's kind of sitting up in the crank pulley a little bit? It's not all the way in the V-groove. I think it's riding on the sides of the belt as opposed to riding on the bottom. Look at this pulley. See how that's buried? See that? That's way in there? And then compared to the crank pulley where it's kind of on top, I can say with almost certainty that the slipping we're getting is on the crank pulley and not on the alternator. So nothing we can do. If the crank pulley doesn't have a deep V groove that's appropriate for the belt, that is what it is. We can't charge the battery. We can't keep driving. We tried, right? We tried. Yep. Can't say we didn't try, but I think it's time to go home, unfortunately. So we threw a fresh belt on, try to get it back, which we did get it back so we can load it up and take it home. And look at this. It's shredding the new one. Look, we cleaned up all the shit from the other time Sarah was wearing. Cleaned it all up, and look, it shredded this one already. We only went 20 miles back, and it shredded this one, and it is dying. Look. We cleaned up the old belt mess. It's already shredding this one. I'm really disappointed. We had the issues with the bending of the crank pulley, with the torque storm, Then the torque storm belt was touching itself. Then we had a clearance for the water pump an issue and we got it. And now we have, it looks like the V-groove is not set up properly for a deep V-groove on that crank pulley. And it's literally just shredding. Oops, sorry, I'm up here. It's literally just shredding itself apart. So, little disappointed with the results of the torque storm here, guys. A little disappointed. That's the end of summer 2025 for us. It's our second drag and drive. First time not making it. So, which sucks. I spent so much money, so much time on getting this here. So did my dad. We were here for Father's Day. And the torque storm crank pulley is eating up our alternator belts. So it just sucks. We did everything we could. I mean, I didn't show it on camera, but in the last 2 days, oh my God, it's only been 2 days. We have thrashed this thing, electrically tore it apart, new battery, new alternator belt. Had to fix the issue with the torque storm belt. I went through all the wiring. I rewired everything associated with the fans, the alternator, new fuses, new relays, nothing. It's just shredding that belt, and there's nothing we can do to stop it from doing it. And we just need to go home and honestly probably take the torque storm off, sell it. If anybody wants to buy a torque storm kit that's clearance for a Mopar electric water pump for an LA motor, hit me up. Email my business email. Because I think we're going to take this off and do something else. This just isn't working out for us, guys. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them. But for the LAs, it doesn't seem to be the move. So let me know in the comments what you want us to do next with the car. I'm not going to get rid of the Conquest. I'm not giving up on it. The car itself, besides the voltage being low on the 50 miles, 60 miles you just did on the street, drove like an absolute dream. I love this car. I'm in love with this car. It's still my baby. It's not going anywhere. It needs to be better. So tell me in the comments, what is better? Nitrous? Do I spend a lot of money and get someone to fab me up a turbo kit? Do I teach myself how to fab a turbo kit? You want to see... I don't even want to say this. You want to see, what do we call it? A Bryce XD manufacturing MIG welded turbo kit, with a cheap eBay turbo. Tell me in the comments. I'll do what the top comment says, because honestly, at this point, I'm moving on. We're gonna do something else. We're gonna try something different. I'm kind of good with this. So let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next. But for now, like, comment, make sure you're subscribed, click the notifications. We'll try to come back for summer next year. I don't know what car we're gonna bring. We have 4 other cars we're gonna work on, but we're gonna try to be here. So I'm not done doing drag and drives. I still love drag and drives. I still love summer. I still love all the people who put the event on. The event was awesome for the time we got to experience it. But we got to do better. So see you on the next video. Peace.